Hey guys, what's going on? This is another Outdoorsman 1 video. Today we have another gear talk here for you, talking about first tactical duty gear, tactical gear, that kind of stuff. Got a new channel sponsor here that is First Tactical. We're going to be comparing them with 511, Under Armour, Vertex, a lot of the gear that I enjoy wearing and have been wearing on a daily basis in a law enforcement capacity. I reached out to them because I love their gear and I said, hey, would you guys like to join in? And they said yes. So use Outdoorsman 1 for 25% off anything on First Tactical's website. Save you some cash, help support the channel. Appreciate it. In other news, today, a little early birthday present for myself. Happy 25 to me. I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. If you don't follow me, Outdoorsman1 LLC, and give me some support over there. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for making this channel possible. The following video was shot as a live stream on Instagram, so if you see me looking down and up and whatever, that is why. Anyways, here we go. Today we're talking about a little bit less on tactical gear and a little bit more on like duty gear, law enforcement, first responder type stuff. Mainly this video is going to be geared around First Tactical. You can see I've got some First Tactical gear here. I'm wearing some First Tactical gear, and I just want to throw a big shout out to First Tactical for kind of sponsoring this video. So what we're talking about today is kind of stuff that I use every day and stuff that I've already been using, some stuff that they sent me, and some stuff I kind of want to show off. So First Tactical is a really awesome brand. The majority of people who work in law enforcement, at least here in Utah, I live in Utah and I work obviously here as well. And I've talked to a lot of people who work in similar career fields in law enforcement and first responder and stuff like that. And the majority of what people use, let's see if I can find it here. The majority of what people are using are 511. 511 is kind of the standard. It's kind of what a lot of people are running. And I kind of talked about this the other day in a couple stories. And so I kind of want to go through some of the stuff that everybody's using currently, and then we'll kind of transition into some awesome stuff from First Tactical, and we'll kind of hopscotch around there. Anyways, 511 has kind of had the monopoly on first responder gear for quite some time. And I think they make a really good product, but I also think that there are some other brands out there. I know I've talked to a bunch of you in DMs and stuff like that, talking about what your department allows and what your department doesn't allow. But getting into the nitty gritty, the only way that any sort of department policies change is when people suggest change. So you've got the 511 Tac Pants. They are the ones that have this like little loop on the back here. And I don't like these. This is what I got when I first got into law enforcement. This is what I started with because these were the cheapest pants. And, well, I don't like these. These are really tight on my legs, and they're not expandable. I mean, they have an elastic waistband, but everything else feels really tight on them. So I have a lot of these, and I really haven't worn many of them because I just don't like these pants. Then kind of a good, here they are. A good second to those would be, when are they releasing tactical jorts? They actually have those already. You can wear them like within my department's policy. There's a comment here about tactical jorts. If you are on bike patrol, there's actually policy laid out for that. I was reading over that the other day. It's kind of funny. Anyways, then there are the kind of, these are the next runner up. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, I will annotate what it's actually called. But these are The next step up in the 511 line, these are the Tac Pants, the second generation or something like that. These do not have that on the back, but these are much more comfortable. These are what I've worn for the last couple year and some change since I've been in law enforcement. And these guys are super comfy. The only problem that I've run into is that this the crotch, the groin, tends to wear out. And you can see the material here is designed to breathe, but it also kind of lets go after some time. So that's kind of where those are. Also, the buttons are not very reinforced, and all of mine have had their buttons pop off. Recently, some guys that I work with suggested that I check out First Tactical. And I was like, okay. So I went to the store where we buy our gear from, and with my own money and with the money issued me by my department, I bought these. These are First Tactical's pants. So I bought them first and I tried them out. I didn't just reach out to them. Yes, they did send me the stuff that we will be talking about today, but I went out and bought them first and then tried them, and then I reached out to them to see, hey, could we work on some projects? Because I love what you guys are doing. So here are their tan pants. Let me show you the green ones here. Okay, so they are a ripstop material, just like the majority of your tactical pants, your duty pants. And then also here, they sent me a pair of black pants. These guys, super cool. Haven't even busted those off, the tags off them yet. But what I like about the First Tactical is the First Tactical, if you guys are interested, there's a link in my bio to First Tactical's website. And save you 25% off anything you order from them. So that's awesome. Just use Outdoorsman one. I'll plug that a couple more times throughout the video here. Anyways, these are super cool. I really like these because they are very similar to another pair of pants that I like to wear a lot and have a couple pairs, but I don't wear them in a law enforcement capacity. These are the Vertex pants. Vertex, they're a really awesome pant. These are just my kind of like an everyday carry type pant. I love these pants because they're like a straight pant, but they're also like a cargo pant because you've got like these leather reinforced seams where you put your knife or your multi-tool or your stuff like that. I love these pants because they're a straight pant, but they're super stretchy and they're super just comfortable to wear all day long. You know, when you're out working on your truck, or you're out off-roading, or you're out in the woods or something like that, you're hiking. I love these pants. That's what these First Tactical pants really make me feel like. These are a straight pant. They're really comfy. I like the fact that the back pockets are not capped. They don't have a flap over and Velcro. So if you I don't like to wear or use my wallet in my back pocket when I'm working because I'm either always sitting down or I'm getting up and down and up and down. And with that, I just don't like my wallet being back there. Personal preference. I do like putting my wallet in my side pockets. That being said, I really do like these side pockets because in the side pocket here, you've got the little magazine type pouch, which is perfect for, I like to carry a spit hood. Working in law enforcement, I like to carry a spit hood in there and it fits in there perfectly. That is a really easy place. And the nice thing is I've done this for some time because I like to have quick access to that if I need it really quick. The thing that I will compare here between the 511 pant and the First Tactical pant is this pocket is a little bit lower over here. You can see where this pocket is here. These are both 32 by 32. That's my size. This pocket is a little bit lower, which makes it a lot more comfortable to have something like this, or a magazine, or whatever you were going to put in there, because it's a little bit further down your thigh. So it's a little bit lower, which means it's not up on the mass of your thigh, where if you have big legs like me, up higher, it's less comfortable for that spit hood or your magazine, or if you put your cell phone in there. I know a lot of people will put their cell phone in there, whatnot. I do also like the fact that the Sharpie, well, I call it my Sharpie holder. If you want to put your pen in there, you want to put an extra cuff key or something like that in there. I do like the fact that this is all the way forward on the pouch, so facing inward, compared to the 511 where it's down the center line. Again, down the center line, and it's really tight compared to the first Tactical, which I could put a cuff key and a Sharpie in there. I like to have quick access to a Sharpie because if I'm wearing, latex gloves or something like that, trying to take notes or something like that on my hand, if a nurse or EMT or somebody's telling me, this, that, or the other things that we're going to eventually need to record on a report, I like to write those things down with a Sharpie, because Sharpie on, your notepad glove is going to last a lot longer than your pen. Also, some pens don't really ink well on your gloves. I like to use these when I'm on duty. I like to use these Sharpie Gel Pens, and these do not write on there. These I've found the most reliable pen that I've been able to find, and they also write really well. They're comfortable to write with if you're writing all day long. Yeah, good stuff. Again, I like to use a Sharpie as well. So that's kind of talking about the pants. So I've completely switched to First Tactical's pants because they're comfortable to wear, especially if you're wearing a high boot on duty at work. If you're wearing a high boot, it's a lot more comfortable to wear a kind of a straight pant that just kind of goes right over the top compared to the Tactical pants, which I don't know. The 511s just have a weird taper in them, and I always felt like my pant was like bunching up on my laces. So now let's kind of talk about some of the other gear that I've been using. So over the last couple years, I've been using these. These were my Academy boots. These were the ones that I shined up every day and whatnot. These are the 511 waterproof. I don't even know what they are. They're just the waterproof high tops. Really great boot, really comfortable. I still wear them pretty frequently, especially over the winter when, it's cold or when I think I'm going to need something kind of waterproof. And then kind of another option would be these. I wore these also throughout the Academy. These were kind of like the ones that just stayed in my truck. I haven't worn these in a while. Just because these actually lace up, whereas you can see on the 511s, they had the zipper on the side, which, being lazy, this is pretty comfy. If you get the ones that aren't waterproof, they don't have this liner here on the 511s. But these are the Under Armours. I found them to be very comfortable. I just don't wear them much. I like the tread on the bottom. They're kind of an aggressive, kind of like workout shoe tread on the bottom, so I found them to be pretty non-slip, which was good, but I just don't like the lace up on these. Again, good boots. I just like boots with a zipper on the side. Makes putting them on a lot easier. Maybe I'm just lazy, but totally contradictory to that, I went out and bought these. These are Ultima Boots. I've actually got another pair of these that I've been wearing for quite some time for working out. These boots are awesome. They're kind of like Converse. They look like Converse, and so it'll be kind of up to your department policy if you can wear these or not. I've been seeing a lot of guys wearing these lately. They are stupid comfortable. They breathe really well. They're not great if you need something waterproof. I'll be honest there, mainly because they have a drain hole right there. These are like, they're marketed to be like the special operations boot, these Ultimas, because their soles are like solid rubber. Let's see. Requested to join. No. Hello. We're not doing any joining on the videos right now. But these rubber soles are really great because if you sweat a lot in your feet, you can just pop these out and you can just spray them down and they don't smell, which is really cool. Also, if they do get wet, everything just kind of if they do get wet, everything just kind of runs right out. I like to pull these out every shift that I do wear these boots. Again, I work out in these shoes quite often, so if you see my stories or my gym stuff, quite often I am wearing a pair of these Ultimas. They are super comfy. They grip really, really well on slip surfaces, and they're also just extremely comfortable to be on your feet all day long. And if you're doing searches, if you're, having to squat down and do stuff like that, these are great boots. Definitely suggest these Ultimas. Okay, so now that we've kind of talked about some of the gear that I use every day and kind of comparing the 511s, something that I will be rotating in, I haven't had a pair of tan boots for my Class B uniform. My Class C uniform. I haven't had a pair of tan boots just because I didn't want to spend the money on it. But First Tactical sent me these boots right here. And obviously I just unwrapped it, so I haven't worn these. But I will say they are super comfortable. They look like your, let's see, AR 670-1 compliant. Don't know what that policy is. Good for hunting? ? I'm not sure what that policy is, so you might have to shoot me what that policy is. I'm not sure here. I don't know what your policy is. I know what my policy is. And good for hunting. Oh, Army Regs. These guys, I believe they would be. Maybe not because they have a symbol on them, but I don't know. Things changed since back then. I know, like, the Air Force's policy on them, I'm pretty sure these would be chill with that policy, especially after the Nike boots got in. But these First Tacticals, the first thing that I noticed was how pliable they were off the bat. That's one thing I like to do when I grab a new boot, is I like to see how pliable the you love the truck. Well, cool. You're going to be seeing a lot more of other stuff here too, so I hope you like that. Not the tan ones, the other ones. Nick. Okay, so let's talk about the Ultimas, because I got a question about the Ultimas. These guys, I'm assuming, is what Mr. Nick is talking about. These are stupid comfortable. I don't know if they'd be really good for hunting, mainly because you'd be hiking back through the backcountry, stuff like that. And if you're not worried about your feet staying warm and you're not worried about your feet getting wet, then sure, they would probably be really good for that. They don't have a deep tread though, compared to, compare these two. One's got a very deep tread over here, and this one does not. So these are definitely designed to be more worn on a daily basis, whereas these are designed to be worn in kind of a lock it into four-wheel drive type basis. Same thing with this, like I said, kind of a sportier tread. I like to wear Merrells when I'm out. Early season for sure, definitely not super deep. Yeah. I like to wear Merrells. I'll go grab those real quick, actually. I didn't even think about these, but I bring it up since you guys are intrigued here. When I'm hiking or I'm doing pretty much anything outdoors, I like to leave my work things at work and my outdoors things not. I I like these. I'm a Merrell / Vibrams fan. I really like these. These are the Moab 2s, I believe. Yeah. These are the Merrell Moab 2s. These are what I hike in. These are what I camp in, what I usually wear when I'm off-roading, when I'm hiking, something like that. These are not waterproof. They do have a waterproof version. I think those are the Sawtooths or something like that. I really like these shoes. Super breathable, super comfy. They're waterproof up until, until you start cresting into some of that. And again, they do have ones, like I said, that are waterproof. I like the quick lace-ups on Merrells. I really like Merrells. I've worn Merrells for years. They last. Vibram soles, super reliable soles. I love these. But these guys, like I said, not sure if they'll fit your Army policy. These do look like a lot of the ones that people are wearing with military uniforms nowadays. I'm out of that sphere now, so I don't really know exactly what these will be compliant with. But let's just look at these from the side. I really like this big Velcro tab. Compare that to the 511. Again, if you're just tuning into this video, we're doing a talk about first tactical gear, kind of an up-and-coming combative of 511 type gear. If you're looking for any gear, First Tactical's giving me a discount code. Outdoorsman1 will save you 25% off everything in that purchase. Anyways, guys, let's talk about these. So look at this little tiny Velcro tab. You see how small that is? Compare that to this big Velcro tab. The only reason that I bring this up is because this Velcro tab, on mine, it's so used now and there's so little Velcro there that now this kind of just flaps all over the place in my pant leg. I don't foresee that being an issue as quickly. Of course, it'll always become an issue when you use Velcro, but there's a lot more surface area there for this to grab. Anyways, let's open these up. I like how deep this zipper goes. Again, these aren't waterproof, obviously, because there isn't that, but there is this kind of felt liner, which is not present on the 511 non-waterproof ones. But there is this kind of little felt piece so you don't zip up your sock, which is a really great addition from First Tactical. Again, I really like these. I will be wearing these this week, and I will be getting back to you guys in comments and stories and stuff like that on how comfy these boots were. But I really look forward to these boots from First Tactical. A couple other things that they sent me. Obviously, they sent me a hat. You know, I'm a hat whore. Well, let's see. They were selling First Tactical stuff down. Let's see. And a handgun course in Nevada. Seemed nice. Yeah, like I said, they're kind of an up-and-coming brand that just got accepted into my policy, and I had never heard of them before. Hey-oh, First Tactical's in here. There we go. I'll like that. Anyways, First Tactical, they've got some really awesome stuff. They sent me these shirts, this hat. You know I'm a whore for hats if you know me very well. I love hats, so you can see if you're in the YouTube stream there, I'll change it there. I've got a whole wall of hats, so definitely love that. Anyways, let's talk about these gloves real quick. Again, if you are just tuning into this video, Outdoorsman1 saves you 25% off anything on First Tactical's site. If you missed what's leading up to this right now in the video, it will be available tomorrow on YouTube for you guys to watch. Anyways, they sent me these gloves. I'm gonna go ahead and break these now that I don't need to take pictures and stuff of them anymore. But these gloves, I'm really excited about these because doing searches and stuff like that terrifies me. I really don't want to get poked with a dirty needle or something like that. So these gloves are really nice. I already don't have any feeling in my right hand, so I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, you're not going to be able to feel compared to, your latex gloves. I also don't want to feel a heroin needle in my finger. These gloves are really nice. I'm not sure if this is real leather or fake leather on the inside, but you've got a really nice leather type hand. And then on the knuckles are not like the Oakley type gloves where it's one big plastic or carbon fiber type thing across here. It's not like that. They're individual little cups that are hard. So, and then there's a nice little pad right there on the back. And then this is all a really stretchy material. So this is definitely going to be something that's going to be added to my everyday kit to help protect myself from dirty needles and the such. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about one more thing that they sent me. Besides, they sent me some awesome socks. Can't ever go wrong with some duty socks that are, reinforced in the tip and in the ball, where they're going to, stretch the most when you're wearing them. Anyways, these pants, really awesome. They fit really well. They're very comfortable to wear. Definitely suggest these if you're wearing 511s currently. Last thing that we're going to talk about is this backpack. Another thing that you guys, if you know me very well, you'll know I'm a whore for backpacks. This is their I forget what they call it, but it's like their half-day pack. This backpack right here, really awesome. Definitely going to become my EDC backpack. Lately, I've been using a couple backpacks, and I'll bring them up here very quickly. My normal hiking pack is this one right here. I love this one. It's a cycling pack. This pack has been all over the world with me, literally. Tactics. There it is. They're watching. Tactics backpack. This backpack's been all over the world with me. This is the Camelback Mule. Super comfy backpack. And, it's just a great all-around backpack for something really quick if you just need to throw water on you and a couple little quick things to eat. This is definitely a really, really, really awesome pack. Durable, all that. Lately, for work, I've been using this one just to be able to take gear to and from. This is the REI Co-op. I forget what it's called. If you follow me on YouTube, I did a video on it a couple years ago, but it's like a 45-liter backpack. It's a top feeder, so the entire top opens up, and then you've got this hood right there. That's what I have been using. And then as far as a gym backpack, because I don't use a gym bag, I use this one. This one, I've been using it for about a year and a half now. This is from Voodoo Tactical. The main reason why I like this backpack is because there is this side folder a side pocket right there where I carry my whole everyday carry. This is a Glock 19 with a sidecar, flashlight, and a red dot. This guy right here fits very nicely in there. And it's just one zipper, and I can throw it around I usually sling this backpack to my right shoulder if I'm not wearing it all the way. But I can sling this guy around, and I can easily open this up and present my weapon. I've been using this as a gym backpack because I don't on-body carry when I'm at the gym, and this is just a really simple backpack. It's got this little top pouch right here that I keep my earphones in, top pouch over here that I keep my wallet and law enforcement identification. This one down here is where I put my keys. One's down here on the bottom is where I keep my wrist straps. Real simple. And then in here, my change of clothes, my hoodie. Top one is where I keep my waist training belt. Really awesome little backpack. But let me compare something here. The backpack that First Tactical kind of has is a very similar competitor to that of the 511. Again, I'm talking about 511. I just kind of have this shoved in here. This is my go bag. This is my get home bag, if you will. We'll go into this in a different video, but this is my everyday sits in my truck backpack. Really awesome little backpack. It's again like a 55-liter backpack, somewhere around there. They've got these really awesome panels that pop off and switch. If you want something kind of different up here. This Tactics backpack, really, really awesome. This is going to become my everyday carry backpack, my backpack for work that I'm carrying gear to and from. I really like this, the way that it's set up. I like the clasps that kind of just pop out of the way. There it is. They're new. Well, we'll get back to that. These clasps are a little hard. There it is. Anyways, if you're popping these off, they're kind of like a little D-link clasp. They seem to be really rigid, which is good, I guess, what you would want in a clasp. But I do really like these little side pockets. It's kind of like your tactical everyday school backpack. That's kind of what I was saying originally when I got this Voodoo tactical backpack. It looks like your everyday school JanSport, but kind of a tactical version of it. You open this guy up. I really like the fact that on the center, on the inside, you've got kind of this Velcro on the back that I'm sure you could stick stuff to. And then also it's padded. You've got these pockets right here that you can take off if you don't want them there. And then you've got a lot of little inner liners. So this is going to be my everyday carry backpack. Just something, my grab bag that I'm going to do. And then I might end up changing my go bag, my get home bag, to this Tactics backpack. We'll see. Let me run this backpack through its paces. We'll see how well it does there, and then we'll go from there. But I really like these little pockets right there. I can toss my phone or a charging brick or something like that in there. Anyways, guys, on the next one, we'll see what we're talking about on the next one. It might, I'm trying to get these to be more every week and start getting some content out, because I've got some really awesome new partners. Obviously, AR500 from the last one. I've got First Tactical, obviously, from this one. And then My Medic will be probably the next one, and then we'll start diving into more of the uses and stuff like that, and everyday uses of this gear with these companies that I'm working with. I'm really excited. Again, if you're just tuning in on this live, we've had several hundred people hop in and out. It's been a 30-minute long video, so I don't blame you for not watching the whole thing. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Thanks guys for everybody who's gotten me to that 10,000 mark. I appreciate it. Today we just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. That's a huge benchmark for me. Something that I've been trying to achieve for a minute. A little early birthday present to me, if you will. But we'll probably be talking about My Medic first aid type stuff. And then we'll start going into some more overlanding gear, some more gear that's in my truck all the time. We'll start diving into like my go bag and my get home bag, and we'll start diving into stuff like that. But thanks guys for hopping in on this. If you're still here and you want to go back and watch the whole thing, there will be a video on YouTube going live tomorrow. Thanks guys for watching. Be good, be dangerous, be ready, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, so if you're still here on YouTube, I appreciate it. If you found value in this video, click that subscribe box right there, or just click like on the video or comment down below, something like that. Share some parts of this video with somebody who might see some value in it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Again, be good, be dangerous, be ready. We'll see you on the next one.